Wellness is about more than just getting through the day. In Dallas, a holistic wellness center is helping families feel healthier, happier, and more balanced. Joining us is Dr. Yasser El-Khattab, doctor of osteopathy and founder of Purposeful Healing. Dr. Yasser, thank you so much for joining us here on Texas Today.
Thanks for having me, Cleo. Excited to be here.
Tell us more about Purposeful Healing and what this truly focuses on. Holistic wellness, right?
Absolutely. So let me paint the problem. So most of the time our experiences with doctors is we're rushed. We typically go see specialists.
Yeah.
And then we have enough time to just, get a medicine for a problem. So painting that picture, we decided as a team that we wanted the experience to focus around the source of where any issue is and also focus on prevention. So Purposeful Healing is a holistic wellness clinic, meaning that there's an integrated and multifaceted approach to your health. Everyone loves their experience, so we're hopefully trying to pave the way where medicine should be heading, but that's our team. Yeah.
What's one daily ritual that we can start now that aligns with what you're doing?
Yeah, so I talk to my patients all the time, focus on the why. That's really important, right? So think about New Year's where we have these resolutions, we have certain plans and goals, but if your why isn't ever established, then the routine won't really matter. If your mind isn't in the right place, the body won't really follow through. So we'll typically lose our resolution. So my advice is just spend some time at asking yourself, why do I want to be healthy, or what am I doing this for? And if you focus a lot there, the rest will follow through.
Oh, can we talk about busy moms? Because we've got a lot of busy moms that actually watch this show.
Yeah.
How can they build a wellness routine that really works with them, that serves them?
Yeah, my advice, so once we kind of establish the why and kind of the purpose of what you're doing, just make it small, realistic goals, something simple. For example, my wife, instead of working out for an hour, we did just a 15-minute workout, something that's realistic and doable. So if you set small, realistic goals, it builds into your habit. That way you've got more discipline than excuses over time.
Those are some good ones.
Those are some good ones.
Holistic wellness has a lot to do with food, right?
Yeah.
What are some easy food tips that you have that really supports energy and wellness?
Yeah, of course. So I would say you are what you eat. So typically, what we preach as a team is to focus on natural whole foods. So anything you can find in nature, you should eat it. Anything that's processed or you can't find in nature, something generally you should avoid. And then at the end of the day, right, so you are accumulative, you are what you eat. So at the end of the day, your body will be at its best if you're eating at your best.
How does stress and maybe burnout kind of show up in the body as well?
Yeah, so my favorite thing, Cleo, people come see me and they're like, I'm exhausted, I can't focus. And then before I prescribe anything, I just kind of ask, so how do you manage stress, or how are you sleeping, right? Or what are you eating? And so oftentimes we distract, right, to cope with stress.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even in the clinic, we just focus on breathing and just acknowledging how do you feel. And that in and of itself, when you settle the mind, can help the body to just relax, or, even therapy when it gets to a point where we need some assistance. So we have a therapist on the team who actually teaches coping skills or how to manage stress.
Let's talk about mind-body connection.
Sure.
And how that plays into your health as well.
So let's take some examples. So patients see us for pain, for example. It's not uncommon that patients have done all this stuff for pain, they've taken these medicines and done these injections, but oftentimes emotions can be held in the body, for example. So educating again, just how to acknowledge your emotions, how to kind of cope with some of the stuff that we deal with actually helps with pain. When we say holistic, we're gonna not only talk about your diet, which a lot of people know how to eat, but then let's talk about that. What's your why? Why are you doing this? And all the other stuff follows through, which we can guide, but most people already know how to eat well.
Yeah,
right?
I may need your help.
Come on, Cleo.
Dr. El-Khattab, who would you actually recommend come to Purposeful Healing, and what other services do you offer?
Yeah, so we are a family medicine clinic, so we see all ages and all complaints. So people most commonly come to a doctor for pain, for example, back pain. So our team is designed as an osteopathic doctor. I'll actually treat with my hands. I can do acupuncture needles, and then I'll send them off to our medical masseuse who gives them this nice full-blown massage. Believe it or not, most of my patients don't have a concern. They're healthy, and we're focusing on prevention. So we're like, hey, what's your diet like? What's your lifestyle like? How can we optimize sleep? If there's a time and a place for medicine, I'll prescribe it, right? That's the beauty of what I'm doing. We can do that, but in conjunction with a holistic approach. Where is the source of this? How can we get straight to it?
Oh, you're doing some amazing things.
Thanks, Leo.
Thank you so much for joining us here and sharing some insight on all of this. Small intentional habits can lead to really big changes. To learn more about Purposeful Healing, head to purposefulhealingdpc.com.